Hi, I'm Eric with the HI Africa Fund. I'm here to give you the update for October. The fund was down 1.7% for the month. We lost a bit of performance from our investments in Nigerian financials, Guarantee Trust, and Stanbic IBTC, but the main headwind was the strength of the euro versus the dollar. Our African government bond positions are mostly denominated in US dollars. In addition, many African currencies such as the Nigerian naira, the Kenyan shilling, and the Egyptian pound are also managed tightly versus the US dollar, so euro strength acts as a headwind. Our view on the euro is that for local currency debt, where we're getting yields of 14%, those high yields offset a lot of the risks of euro strength in the future. And over time, the returns in euros will be very attractive. For the dollar bonds, we're also getting higher yields, usually about an extra 1 to 2% versus a comparable euro security. But the real opportunity with those bonds is the potential for those 7 to 8% yields to compress closer to the 4% on average for other EM countries. That would have a real positive impact on the price and also offset any effects of euro strength. During the month, we reduced our position in South African local currency bonds ahead of the medium-term budget statement, which we thought would be disappointing. We started a new position in local currency Zambian bonds. The government of Zambia appointed a new finance minister, a new financial budget plan, and is re-engaging with the IMF to try and get their finances back on track. We think 26% yields for these short duration Zambian bonds compensates us well for the concerns about the country, the currency, and the copper price. During October, we attended the Mondo Invest conference in Milan and presented 5 reasons you should invest in Africa now. Reason number 1 of that presentation was Africa's fast-growing urban population, which is currently 500 million and expected to exceed 1 billion by the year 2040. It will be greater than the urban populations of either China or India. Despite that, Africa is less than 1% of global financial assets, which we think is a real disconnect. Reason number 2 was Africa's fast-growing GDP. India, Vietnam, and China are growing at 5 to 6%, but so are many African countries, which are growing at 5 to 6% or higher. These include Rwanda, Ethiopia, Benin, Ghana, and Cote d'Ivoire. Reason number 3 was Africa's very high yields relative to the rest of the world. As I said, for dollar-denominated government bonds, many countries yield 7 to 8% versus 4% on average for the emerging markets. In local currency, you can yield on 14% or even higher. Reason number 4 was Africa's very attractive equity markets. In US dollar terms, African equity markets have not appreciated very much since 2010. This is despite very fast GDP growth and earnings that are growing. The result is valuations that are highly compressed. We presented a slide of companies you can buy in Africa for less than 5 times earnings. Finally, we highlighted the political change happening across Africa. We called out the very positive work by President Ouattara in Cote d'Ivoire, Aku Afado in Ghana, the work Cyril Ramaphosa is doing in South Africa, the election of Abiy Ahmed in Ethiopia, and the positive moves by João Lourenço in Angola. I think the signing of the African Free Trade Agreement is a sign of the network effects that happen when all these leaders in neighboring countries are trying to increase transparency, create jobs, and grow their economies together. Thank you.